Welcome to Storytime, where I literally read you passages from some of my favorite dog books. I got a whole stack here and about 12 more stacks of these upstairs. So we'll start with a few and I will show you and tell you why I love these books so much. First one that I'm going to get into today is The Happiest Dog on the Block by Taylor Finton. Canine enrichment activities to keep your pet young and healthy. Taylor's a friend of mine. Her Instagram handle is Bindy's Bucket List, and they're amazing. They make the most creative, the most beautiful enrichment. She does a lot of work in shelters, and it's just a beautiful book. It's got amazing photographs, and if I'm not mistaken, Taylor took them all herself. Amazing enrichment, so much more beautiful than the enrichment that I produce. If you've been watching those videos, you'll know exactly what I mean. Look at that. So tasty. So I pulled up Sniffari Adventure, which is one of their activities. I'm just going to read it for you and give you an idea of what this book feels like. This would make an excellent Christmas gift for your dog-loving or cat-loving friend. All right. Sniffari Adventure. Energy outlet. Good for you too. Outdoor. Works well for multiple dogs. Whether you call it a sniffari, sniffy walk, or decompression walk, the type of walk that provides spaces for your dog's exploration, not constant point A to point B, is extremely beneficial for your pooch. Dogs actually decompress through their nose. Sniffy walks also allow freedom of movement and a sense of choice for our furry companions in a safe way. And then she has a list of things you'll need and why we love sniffaris. So I'll read the list of what you'll need. A long line or lead. A harness that allows comfortable movement, a safe space away from hustle and bustle. And then the love for sniffaris includes release of pressure, lower pulse through sniffing decompression, offer mental and sensory stimulation, get you both out for fresh air, easy to welcome a human and or canine companion. Step by step. Gather your gear. Keep in mind that biothane long lines are much easier to clean as opposed to long lines made of fabric. A very sturdy flexi leash also does the trick if you're going to take a hike where there are lots of roots, trees, or water. This way, your line is not dragging on the ground. A harness alleviates any tension between the long line and neck. Check for a fit that allows shoulder movement. 2. Find your place. Walk in a space that allows your dog the freedom to move, sniff, and explore at will. Think empty. Or at least less crowded. Green space. This could be a park, soccer field, trail, or beach. 3. Breathe and watch your dog be a dog. Once you've reached your intended area, let the long line go slack and allow your dogs to wander. Watch where their nose takes them, where do they choose to explore, and what's their body language telling you. Part of the beauty of sniffaris is the freedom of choice they give our dogs to partake in natural dog behaviors such as sniffing, chasing, and chewing in a positive way. So this entire book is full of indoor and outdoor enrichment, free enrichment that you can go fancy nuts with, just so many beautiful ideas for how to keep all different types of dogs happy and healthy, mentally engaged, fully enriched. And as we know, when our dogs are happy, we are happy. So I highly recommend this book for those of us who want to make our dogs happy. Today, we have The Forever Dog Life by Dr. Karen Shaw Becker and Rodney Habib. This is an amazing book full of incredible recipes that meet all of the dietary requirements for your dogs and look delicious and really make you think about what it is that you're putting into your own body, and then, of course, what it is that we are putting into our dogs' bodies as well. So I'm going to read the beginning of part 4, chapter 4, Complete and Balanced Meals. Making your own dog or cat food is the ultimate way to know exactly what your beloved is eating. You know what day the food was made, what ingredients you used, and most important, that they're getting top-notch nutrition. Our recommendation has been and will always be to feed as much fresh food as your schedule and budget will allow. Whether you decide to make all your pets' meals or just keep some backup meals in the freezer, we've made these recipes as flexible as possible, offering dozens of nutritionally complete meal options with endless possibilities for nutrient diversification. You can use these complete and balanced recipes as meal toppers to supercharge dry food, mix them in as part of your animal's daily food intake, feed a fresh meal a few times a week, or completely switch to all fresh food. No matter what you choose, our goal is to inspire you in the kitchen and to give your pet nourishing, home-cooked meals they will love. How our complete and balanced recipes are different. The number one reason veterinarians dissuade pet owners from feeding homemade diets is that most people do not follow well-formulated recipes that ensure their animals consume the daily minimum and preferably optimal nutritional requirements. Our complete and balanced recipes meet pets' needs, complying with both U.S. and European food pet nutrition requirements, except where noted in adult feline diets to minimize iodine and phosphorus levels. Our goal is to provide straightforward and easy-to-follow meals that can be fed gently cooked, raw, supplemented, and using whole foods, meaning specific food ingredients take the place of vitamin and mineral supplements. We also offer many fruit and veggie combinations, not to overwhelm you, but to inspire you. The more nutritional diversity you can introduce into your animal's bowl, the healthier their gut and body will be. Here's the proof. Researchers from the landmark American Gut Project discovered that individuals who consume more than 30 plant foods per week have a more diverse microbiome than those who eat fewer than 10. Just remember to introduce new foods at a pace that doesn't cause gastrointestinal stress. The nutritionally complete and balanced meals in these pages are different than other homemade recipes you may have followed before because they're formulated for various activity levels. For example, a highly active 10-pound dog needs more calories than a sedentary, inactive 10-pound dog, but not more vitamins and minerals. Our recipes also account for life stages, including recipes for the specific growth phases of puppies and kittens. We want to provide the ideal nutrition for pets at all stages of their lives. However, we know that printing all 400 plus variations of these recipes isn't possible or even needed, so many recipes are available at our website. If you love the look of a certain type of recipe, but it's formulated for puppies and you have an inactive couch potato, senior dog, or cat, you can visit this website, www.foreverrecipes.com, to find the recipe variation that's right for your pet. And then it goes on. I know that's not a particularly inspiring chapter, but it gives you an idea of the type of content you receive in this book, which is seriously so inspiring. It makes me want to cook better for myself, knowing that people cook like this for their pets. And it makes me want to cook like this for my pets. And I've done a little bit of it. Bunny is incredibly picky, so we explore with just a few ingredients, but this book has it all. Highly, highly recommend if you're interested in starting to cook for your pets, or even if you're interested in understanding sort of what a gut microbiome needs and what nutritionally complete means for a dog or cat. Welcome back to Storytime. Today we're going to read a passage from Puppy Brain by Carrie Nichols. Carrie is an amazing guardian, an amazing breeder, and I know there's a lot of controversy around breeding in general. She is one of the good ones. Trust me. And this book is brilliant. I'm going to read a passage from it. Your ideal dog. I was going to start this chapter by saying, if you could write out a list of what constitutes your perfect dog, what would be on it? And then I realized that's exactly what you need to do. Literally write it out. Why? Because once you know your ideal dog's characteristics, you can work backward and implement choices that work towards raising such a dog. And you can also choose a dog who naturally fits that ideal. If you want a dog who doesn't shed, don't choose a golden. All your interactions and training should arise out of this focus. What do I want in my dog once he's an adult? The answer to that question will dictate how you choose your puppy, and then what you will do with him from the moment he becomes a member of your family. Before we get into the nuances of what comprises an ideal dog for you, let's talk about what is ideal for your dog. Depending on whom you ask, you'd get a very different answer to this question. But to me, what's ideal for a dog is a life where she is honored for who she is and not expected to become something she's not. It's a life where her most basic needs are deeply satisfied, and one in which her emotional wellness is prioritized so that she develops resilience. As to the former, honoring your dog for who she is. You must ask your dog. And since dogs speak with behavior, that means you must see what she tells you through her actions. A dog's actions gives us insight into her emotions. A dog who relentlessly chews or barks or digs or attaches herself to your side is telling you that she has a strong need that must be met in order for her to feel happy. Rather than placing a value judgment on the behavior, bad, and merely attempting to change it, we must consider the world from our dog's perspective and figure out how to help her experience satisfaction in those very deep places of need. It isn't training her to our standard of behavioral perfection. That's about us, not about her. It's about helping her get her core needs met and recognizing both her capacities and her limitations based on her genetic composition and her lived experiences. That's what is ideal for our dogs. As for resilience, a resilient dog is one who has the ability to cope with or recover emotionally or psychologically from overwhelming obstacles or challenges. The ability to bounce back from adversity. We want to instill in our pups the skills, the patience, and the knowledge to deal with the obstacles and the challenges that they will face. For the resilient dog, whose curiosity has been rewarded rather than controlled, those obstacles and challenges become a fun puzzle to solve. All things new become an adventure that you get to go on together. A resilient dog is a happy dog. And as ideal as happiness is for humans, it's just as ideal for our dogs.
Subscribe.